So now we're going to do 1-5 absolute value inequalities. So you've already learned about inequalities in 1-4, and you've already learned about absolute value in 1-5. So now we're going to combine it together and learn about absolute value inequalities. So first off, let's look at these number lines. If I'm talking about the absolute value of x is less than or equal to 3, well, we know that the absolute value of x of 3 means that it's 3 spaces from 0. Therefore, if we're less than or equal to 3, that means that it can encompass anything between that 0 and 3 mark. So we are looking at that area. That would be our solutions. If we are looking at x is greater than or equal to 3, we're talking about anything that is more than 3. So we're going to be looking at this area out in here. So anything more than 3. Okay? So up here, what do you notice about these numbers? They are 3 or less from 0. And these down here, these are 3 or more from 0. Alright, and these are called compound inequalities, and we're going to learn what to do with compound inequalities. So we have compound inequalities. There are two types of compound inequalities. There's and or. You saw those on that first lesson, that 1-4. So there's the and there's the or. Remember that we talked about the and is when they overlap. It's the situation that you want in between, where both of them are occurring. So we're going to call this the in-between situation. And these are usually expressed, and you saw one of these on 1-4's lesson, a number x and a number. Remember that these signs can be different, but your actual equation is in the middle with your numbers on the end. For that or situation, that was when they kind of went outwards. They went in the opposite direction. So we're going to call that the going out situation. They were written as two separate inequalities. So you can have x is less than a number, or x is greater than a number. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to differentiate which situation you have, and then you can solve them from there. You've already learned how to solve these on that lesson from 1-4. All right. An absolute value, all absolute value inequalities make an and or statement. We know which by whatever the sign is. So if I have a less than sign, we call this if you think about the word less than, it kind of sounds like and at the end, and so it's an and situation. Okay. I'm going to let you pause for a second, and then I'm going to erase and put the other one up. So less than gives us the and situation. The greater than sign, if you think about the word greater, greater sounds like or, so it's an or situation. So just think about the word less than and greater, and they have the words in them. That'll help you differentiate. Alright, so here's an example. If I have the absolute value of x is less than or equal to a number, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite it, and in order to get rid of the absolute values, we have to rewrite it, and we will rewrite it as an and situation. Remember, the and situation says, all right, I have my number, I'm going to carry my sign, whatever my sign is here is what my sign will be down here. The x goes in the middle, or whatever's inside the absolute value. Again, same sign. And remember that for absolute value, we want to take the positive and the negative. So I've got the positive here, and then I'm going to have my negative. Okay. And actually what we should do, we should make this one our positive, and this one our negative. So, the negative, what's inside the absolute value, and then the positive. Now let's talk about what the greater looks like. So again, my example, the absolute value of x is greater than or equal to a number. Okay? In order to rewrite this one as an or situation, you're going to take exactly what you see here as the first one. So whatever's inside my absolute value, keep my sign, keep my number. Okay? Or, this is how we write our ors. The next one is going to say x, we need to flip our sign, so less than or equals to, and now I have the negative number. Alright, so go ahead and copy those down, and then we're going to see how to set some of these up.
Yeah.